Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and the market is on the move again, up. And something tells me this time it's going to run for a little bit longer. Bitcoin is over 48,000. ADA back on the move after sitting idle for a bit, up just about 6% at $2.53 at the time of this recording. BNB, Link, Filecoin, Theta, FTX token, all taking charge in the top 100. Now, BNB is a market trendsetter. When both BNB and XRP move together upward, it's a very good indicator, as I have found in the past. I'm going to deliver some really great news for XRP holders, along with some very surprising news, something that was revealed to me in my research today that quite frankly shocked me. But I know you're getting very tired of listening to all this SEC business, but I want to just briefly talk about the streamed live hearing yesterday with Chairman GENSLER, which for a moment with Senator Elizabeth Warren, when she read from a script that was obviously not her own words. I mean, if she's going to continue to do this in the future, she needs to take acting lessons. I'm starting to really understand the setup. Here we have GENSLER's calendar. Please notice, on a Sunday, on the 27th of June, he has one single entry, one call, and that call is at 6 p.m. on a Sunday with Senator Elizabeth Warren. I'm really starting to get it now. And this is something that everyone is starting to recognize. The innovation is a really big, important part of finance. And what you're going to hear in a clip that I took from this particular video, which is the Rappler channel from the Philippines. They have a fantastic video with some time they spent with Brooks Entwistle from Singapore. He takes care of the APAC region, and he goes into great detail about on-demand liquidity. That is the ODL, which is part of the digital asset used in RippleNet technology, and it's solving real problems in that part of the world. I just can't wait to play that clip for you. But what we need to really realize before I play that is that the US is not going to be a house of change anytime soon with GENSLER. I really want you to have a look at this. This is what was so surprising for me. The day before the lawsuit was filed against Ripple, GENSLER was meeting with the former chair, Clayton, along with Biden's transition team at 3 p.m. on December 21st. December 22nd was Clayton's last official scheduled day with the SEC. Can you imagine? This is before anything came out in terms of picks or nominations. So I think you're getting the picture now. Attorney John Deaton, he has the Crypto Law website. This document was made available to us, and it was a document that was posted on the 14th. It has the redacted portions that clearly shows the SEC was meeting with Ethereum consensus team, with Joe Lubin, even SBI in Japan, and the Facebook Libra co-founder, along with others, pointing to connection with the investigative work from the Crypto Czar as she gathered information. If it just wasn't so absurd, as I looked around in reference to the names that are in that document, I came across this video, which happened 4 months before the famous Hinman speech. And it is basically Clayton telling you that Ethereum is indeed a security. Have a listen.
We're focused on a lot on Bitcoin and crypto assets, cryptocurrencies, and I think there's even definitional issues here. But you've got a whole new platform called Ethereum where they're creating file sharing or extra computer time. I'm not sure what kind of assets those fall into. Are they potentially regulated within your realm, or if there is a trading exchange, a tokenization exchange, between excess computer time. I'm not sure where that fits at this point.
The definition of a security, I believe, the people who wrote the 34 Act and the 33 Act, they were smart. They did it on a principled basis. They basically said, if you're giving people money in exchange for a future development of a business with the hope of a return, and whether that return comes in the form of server time or your ability to sell server time, it's a security.
But there have been, and I concur with the approach you've taken in terms of the ICOs, and I think there's been some very bad behavior. Yet, certain ICOs, the SEC has not stopped. Others, they have stopped. And are you going to go back and re-review the ones that have gone forward?
Yeah, are you going to go back and redo the ones going forward? So, Cramer, tomorrow. This is on Squawk Box in the morning. GENSLER will be on Cramer's show. And Cramer was out there asking for some possible questions on Twitter. And so I said, yeah, please inquire whether or not he's going to double back and go after Ethereum. I mean, after all, it was said that it is a security. I don't know what kind of questions Cramer will ask, but I don't imagine any fastballs or curveballs. Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, and actually, what was it? Special Assistant to the President of the White House Office of Presidential Personnel met with Clayton, you can see on his official schedule, back in August 2018. But we know now that no meetings of the mind occurred. All right, let's get to what really matters to the rest of the world, and that is the use of the digital asset XRP and its utility, because when you have the utility in demand, it does have an effect on supply. And the more demand, the more effect it has on supply. This is why you'll notice, and if you've been following me for any period of time, I am kind of ODL crazy because I understand the bigger picture of things. So today, you can see that Ripple is still continuing to build out that solution despite what is going on in the US. And they are using the digital asset XRP. I'm going to wrap up the portion of this video before we get into the fluff with just one clip. If you want to see those other two clips, you can go to my Twitter feed. But this one is a good one where he is talking specifically about a channel, a corridor, that I actually didn't know for sure officially was live. Here you go.
Where between two currencies, the actual process of transferring between the corridors, if you think about it, between the Singapore as an example and the Philippines, that trunk is done with digital assets and cryptocurrency, in this case XRP, that really makes this settle much faster. Always know where the payment is. It's not lost in the mail, as we like to say. Sometimes some of our banking networks are like a postcard that goes in the mail. You never know when it's going to arrive. You hope it does. We're much more like a WhatsApp application. You can see it. You can see when it's delivered. And importantly, our ability to have that done is done quickly and we think in a way that is faster, cheaper, and as we can talk about later, even greener than other ways of doing this, certainly in the cryptocurrency world.
There you go. The other two clips are good too. I just want to keep it moving along. The other clip was about how they are using the digital asset, and also a little bit about what he predicts will be in store with the future. All right, let's see. Where am I going? Oh, something kind of wacky, of course, to begin with. If you're familiar with the big manga series, this is the Attack on Titan. It's a Japanese manga series where humanity lives inside cities surrounded by enormous walls to protect them from these gigantic man-eating humanoids referred to as Titans. I think 100 million copies are in print around the world. It's the best-selling manga of all time. Well, you also know that Japan is just crazy about their recycling, and everything is recycled. So next to the vending machines, very often there'll be a recycling bin for cans, bottles, and plastic. And you don't want to get those mixed up. At the same time, you don't want to throw any burnable garbage into those, which unfortunately some people do. So they have launched these Attack on Titan garbage cans, which this is where you put the gomi or garbage that is burnable, but be sure not to mix up your cans, bottles, and plastic when you come to Japan. And the other part is how, well, just certain situations drive new innovation, even in home building. This is KI. They are a builder here in Japan that is considered to do good quality homes at a lower price. I love their designs. It's always very smart, handsome. They're incorporating lots of different design details from different countries all over the world, all into one, and they do it, and it seems to work. If I showed you also where they are developing some communities, the neighborhoods are just really sharp looking. And because the density is so high in Japan, privacy is a really big thing. And so they can still make these homes side by side, literally almost touching each other, allowing for natural light to come in, but allowing for a very high degree of privacy. And here is an example of a second floor bedroom deck on the outside that gives you lots of natural light, but still gives you a huge amount of privacy. This is a lot of their design. And what I wanted to bring out is a new product that they brought to the market, and it is called Hanare Zen. Hanare comes from the verb to detach. And then you have this play on words. Zen means totally. But when you spell it, Zen, with the use of the kanji Zen, from the concept of having a peaceful mind, it's that play on words. So the Hanare Zen is a detached office. And you might think it's funny, but you can imagine if you're going on your second year of trying to work from home and you are somebody who's seriously trying to work in the middle of kids and animals, going on 2 years gets a little bit trying on the nerves. And so because the lots are small in Japan, the detached office, if you will, fully detached, outlets and air conditioning and heating included, they are marketing this for just $5,000 US. I think if you just are needing a place to work in peace and quiet, it's a superb solution. 36 inches wide or 910 millimeters by 70 inches deep, which is 1,800 millimeters. It's a perfect solution. Yeah, I can imagine this is going to be a bestseller. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.